John M.
Happy
And Brooklyn
Sunday,
Tampa.
everybody.
Happy Sunday.
What's going on?
Yeah,
What's something exciting?
I don't know. Now, man, what's even exciting with you, Tony?
I'm not on the road driving 700 miles back to Washington State.
Fudgy the Whale, Lean Burn Seabody says hi.
Howdy. This is going to start this again. We're late because of a dog rescue. Cat, Kathy found one around the block. I had to sit with it until somebody came to take her. And now we've got our own dog chaos over here. So here we are.
Here we are, yeah. I smell like a dirty German Shepherd.
The Bark and Yap Fest.
But he's safe. He's safe, everybody.
Yes, he's very safe.
Very safe. Bill McKissick.
And very big.
Rocco, he was a huge
That was
dog.
a big dog.
Yep, he was a big dog. Let's see. Chris Greenaway says, hey. Alive with dog chaos. How
Yeah.
unusual.
How unusual.
Greasy Garage, his word. Busted Radio Garage says, hello, Tony and Kathy.
Hello, everybody.
Anthony Perna says, hey, Uncle Tony, Uncle Kathu.
Uncle what?
Kathu.
Kathu.
Kathu?
Kathu.
Yeah. It's just a misspelling.
Oh, what?
I
Kathu
misspell
Bananas.
my name all the time. Usually when I'm signing emails, it's Carthy.
No, seriously, when you spell a name, the W is silent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Zero is here.
Zero.
Cuda 70 GT.
Zero, I dedicated that race to you, brother man.
Let's see, what else? Dean Stevenson says, I smell like half a kiwi. Sniff, sniff, ooh, because kiwi. What?
Thank you, Dean. As always, thank you.
Thanks. I don't know what to make of that. All right, Abel D says, hello, world. Josh H says, howdy. Harry Carpenter says, howdy, everybody from Boulder, Colorado. Nice. Terrence Seymour says, evening, guys. Just stacking firewood. Very nice. Very nice.
Subaru.
Subaru, you can tell from here?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Only a Subaru sounds like a Subaru.
Anthony says, hola from Puerto Rico.
Hola.
Hola. So what's new, Tony? What went on this weekend?
What went
Anything?
on this weekend? What happened this weekend? What did we do?
Nothing really. We slept a lot. Watched a lot of television.
Slept a lot Saturday. It was a long day Friday. It really was.
A little bit.
So
I was taking naps in between on the futon in the office.
I'm sure 100% of you by now have seen all of the videos
I think so.
on Jamie's channel and ours, and that was great. That was absolutely great. It was so awesome having Jamie here. It's a shame he lives on another planet. Really, I mean, he might as well live on another planet. But no, we had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed having him around.
Abel D says, Tony, are you going to eBay that tool set you won?
I didn't take it from him. He still has it. And I tell you, I know it would have gone for bucks. It's got to be worth at least $18, $20.
You think so?
You know what I'm saying?
Philip Reed sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
He says, good news, got the door wiring harness installed. Bad news, window motor isn't working. Even worse news, can't get the motors anymore, but making prog.
Oh, take it apart. Those are really easy to fix. Usually, always, I 1,000 times. Window motors, only two things go wrong with window motors. The worm gear goes bad, okay, like you get the worm gear and then you get the, so those will go bad, but if it's the motor itself, and those worm gears, you can always get the worm gears from, but if it's the motor itself, the brushes are dirty. Just take it apart and clean the brushes.
Hi, Winnie.
They're never worn out. The brushes are never worn out because those motors don't operate long enough to wear the brushes out, so they just get dirty. So just take it apart carefully, clean the armature, clean the brushes, put it back together, it's gonna be like brand new.
The race for cake melted. We put it in a cooler, but
I bought ice.
it wasn't good enough.
It wasn't good enough, no.
But the AC in the truck didn't work, so I'm sure that was a problem.
Yeah, I don't know why. It had been working
Yeah,
and it just stopped
was
working.
a warm ride going there. Joe K says it's nice to see at least someone drives their Duster Demon.
Oh, I get it.
I
Okay.
feel him behind you. So, you didn't help him fix it because why? He had to leave.
He had to leave.
Yeah,
There was
he had
no.
to leave.
there was no playing around. It was
Yeah.
like as soon as we towed it back, man, it was up on the trailer. We yapped for about 15 minutes, and then
Yeah.
poof, he
Gone.
was on the road because he
Yep.
had to make it to Mopar's in the park the next day. So there was no playing around with that. It
And the
had to,
track is not close to our house. It's like an hour, at least an
yeah,
hour away,
about an
hour
hour
and a
away.
half.
So yeah, no, there was no playing around.
Yeah.
We run and go,
Hmm.
which we had planned to begin with.
Well, you're a terrible friend for not helping him
I
take
am
the
a terrible
rear
friend,
in
but
the
that's
Beamer.
besides the point. And then how can I do that to a poor kid, getting old New York street rat on him and stuff, getting in his head. But to be fair now, okay,
You did it in a nice way.
I got, I got to be fair. I said I was going to cheat. Okay, I said up front, I'm going to cheat, but I didn't say how I was going to cheat.
That's not really cheating, I don't think.
Well,
That's
to
just part
somebody
of the
who's
game.
to somebody who's unfamiliar with the banter and stuff, that's nobody expects that.
Oh, some people thought it was very harsh.
Some people did. That's why the time I always go ahead and hate me now.
Right. Let's see. Tokyo Terror Tooth sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
He says, "Would you buy a Hellcat powered vehicle?"
No,
You wouldn't.
no,
Why not?
they're just not my cup of tea. I'm just not into them. I like the old school stuff. I like simple things. I like fun. You know what I mean? The speed really doesn't. It's not my thing. I mean, what can I tell you? I'm not motivated by just speed. I like the old machinery. I like the way it feels. I like the way it smells. I like the way it sounds, and I like playing with it. And the new stuff doesn't have any of those elements at all.
What's up, Two Hacks?
Jeff, what's happening, brother?
Staying Lincoln.
Did you find that book useful,
I
Jeff?
don't know if you got it yet. When did I mail it? It's the
Well, you sent it.
weekend. I know, but it's the weekend. Did you
Yep.
get it?
Didn't you
get
send
the...
it priority?
Yeah.
You should have gotten it.
I don't know. Maybe. It is Sunday though. You might get it tomorrow if you didn't get it today. I mean yesterday.
You know, Gene Adams himself gave me that book.
Oh, very nice.
He's like, here.
Nice. That's very nice.
After I spent like all my money on fuel injection parts, he was like, here, have a book.
Stop buying things. He says the book is awesome. Thank you. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, he got it. Okay. Abel D says, Tony, what are you racing for next? A wet asada burrito or a panela ham torta?
Both of those sound interesting. And I
Yeah.
did eat Mexican today.
Yeah.
Geez, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think people thought that was insulting that you were racing for a cake.
Why was that insulting?
I don't know.
It wasn't just a cake, it was a Carvel.
Yeah. And
Come on.
you didn't take his tool set, which is nice.
I did not take his tool set, no. I figured he might need it in case he has a breakdown on the way home.
Bone Shaker says, what's your favorite non-Mopar car?
I can't answer that question because it changes every 10 minutes. You know, I have an appreciation for all cars. So if I gave you an answer now, in 10 minutes I'd give you a different answer. I just don't have one.
John M says, but it was no fudgy.
I know. Believe
And
me, I
Sean
know.
T01 says, hi, Tony and Kathy. I know. You can't get fudgy here.
You can't get fudgy.
Everybody's got to, deal with it.
So what I learned is that fudgy is actually Santa Claus upside down,
Upside down, right.
which I never knew that.
Hmm.
But yeah, you actually have to have a Carvel store, and we don't have any here in this region.
Right. What was that comment I saw that somebody said that you were from Tennessee? And he's like, New York street rat. You're from Tennessee. Didn't you say you live in Tennessee? And then
So,
you were like, where do you think I'm from?
Sophisticated thought isn't for everybody. I mean,
We live in Tennessee.
yes, we live in Tennessee, but I'm not originally from here.
I'm not born in Tennessee.
Y'all.
I don't know if you can tell by our accents. Chris Greenaway, UTG, we going to eat? Oh, we're going to eat. Are we going to get a rematch? Pretty disappointing turnout.
Turnout.
What? What?
You didn't see the crowd? Please. Well, okay.
Didn't we sell tickets to this event?
Yes, we
You
sold
did,
out.
right? Like thousands. And
So I sold every ticket I printed.
and everybody was busy.
They got caught in traffic.
Poor Jamie. Yes, I know. Poor Jamie. Yeah, he broke the run.
Yes, there will be a rematch, but it's going to be a little unorthodox. And I'll leave it up to Jamie to talk about it on his channel.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep in mind, I never, ever take a race unless I'm absolutely certain I'm going to win. Like literally, I never take a race unless beyond the shadow of a doubt, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Pretty bummed Jamie didn't get the cake. He got the cake.
I gave him the cake.
We gave him the cake. It was melted.
Yeah.
He got the cake. We didn't renege.
He even like scooped out the cookie dough. It was
Yeah.
great.
Let's see. I bought my ticket but never received it.
Well, that's a problem too. Yes.
Okay, let's see. Dakota bought 4 tickets. Next time you're going to bring ice cream, get some dry ice.
Yeah. Well,
They don't have that at Publix.
listen,
do they?
hindsight's 2020. I thought a couple of bags of ice in the cooler would keep it okay, but
Yeah, it was not.
it didn't work out that way.
It's all right. No, the cooler had ice in it. It had lots of ice.
Yes.
It wasn't enough. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of ants watching that race, Chris Cadman says. Yep. Let's see. You and Jamie going to do a little two-lane blacktop. Jamie's gone.
Jamie's
He left yesterday.
that
right
last
after the
night.
race.
He left from the track and went to Minneapolis for Mopars in the park.
Mm-hmm.
So right now he does a Sunday night show. I don't know if he's doing it tonight or not. Probably do it from the road.
Probably on the road, yeah.
But oh man, mosquitoes are out. I'm
Yep.
getting bit. Damn mosquitoes.
Wyatt Dixon says, Angle to you, what is the easiest way to identify a stock small block Chevy versus a crate engine?
There is none. I mean, other than let's say a stamped VIN, a production engine or an assembly line engine that came out of a car would have a VIN stamped on it, providing it's 1969 or newer, and a crate engine wouldn't. It would just be blank. But I mean, that's it.
Mexican Spec says, Tony, just compare Jamie's best time and your time to see who won. Oh, you won.
Well, yeah, I won.
Yeah, Tony won. Let's see. We should have salted the ice, Tony. It makes it super cold, Stray Bullet says.
Damn it.
Why didn't you
Where
do
were
that?
you? Where were you when I needed you?
Yeah. Todd Daniel says, nice lantern. Is it a Dietz?
Yes, it is a Dietz, in fact. We were just talking
need a
about
new
it.
one.
It's starting to become a
Starting to get
little
rusty.
weather beaten. We've been
That's
using this
what
for
I
the last
want.
couple of years. We're doing lives back here.
Tony, what was the time on the run you made with Slaghammer?
I don't even know, 850 something.
Yeah.
It sputtered all the way through first.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was, and it's funny too, because I did a video on this, like a year ago, where I had an intermittent ignition problem, and I found at the
You
end of
say Spitfire Mike says Slaghammer was shooting ducks big time.
in first gear, yeah. So I actually had this problem, fixed the problem came back. And what happened was, originally the coil wire wasn't plugged all the way into the coil, and the car was running around for a long time, and it burnt the end of the wire. So I clipped it and put it back together again, and it was fine. And then yesterday, the day before yesterday, whenever Jamie was here, I said, well, let's take this thing for a little spin around the neighborhood. And as soon as I hit it, it went pop, 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 and then at low RPM, like as soon as you lay into it, it would go pop, 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 and then clean up. And I was like, what the hell is that? So, but it was too late to really do anything with it now because there's literally time to just pull it up on the trailer and go. We were running late. Well, as it turns out, I clipped the burnt part of the coil wire and put it back together again. Figuring, well, okay, clipped out the burnt part. No, it was two burnt parts. There was another part, another section, probably a little break in there that just kept going and exploited itself like about a half an inch or so from the end, and that's why it was sputtering like that. I found it yesterday morning.
Jamie is here. He says, "Oh hey, I'm late." Laugh out loud.
You are late. Where are you, man? You're on the road?
Sure. I don't know. He didn't answer yet. That sputter was Jamie hoping you maintain Slack camera. Got that.
I would have beat him with the stutter anyway. No problem.
Jamie says Tony beat my best time by 0.5, so there's not much contest there. Oh.
That's right. We have a plan. Jamie and I have a plan, and Jamie will tell you what it is in a few days whenever he gets to it on his channel.
He says we're in the middle of South Dakota. Oh boy.
Oh, jeez.
I wonder if you have you slept? God.
Dude, I used to do that kind of stuff. I was the road warrior. I did it. I know what it's like, and that's why I don't do it anymore.
South Dakota. Well, be careful driving. Get home safe. Let's see. Regis Philbin's, you know.
Yeah, Regis
know.
filled with scrotum, yes.
He says, "Hi Tony. I'm
Hi.
in tremendous need of an 85 to 91 318 roller block. I hope maybe you or someone knows where I can look. Thanks, man."
I don't have anything. I got rid of when I was moving out of the old shop. I got rid of. I mean, just tons of stuff, and I put stuff like on Marketplace. Like I put a set of heads on Marketplace, and the guy would come and get the heads, and I'd be like, "Hey, by the way, while you're at it, take that, and that." Gone. So it's like that's how I got rid of everything. It was just like swept this shit out. So I don't have any extra blocks. I don't have any extra cranks. I got nothing.
Todd Denia says, "The year that the lantern was made will be on the riser tubes." It's fairly new.
Yeah, Shirley bought this a few years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago.
But listen, we've been using it back here for the lives now for about 2 years now, right? At
Yeah,
least.
about that.
Yeah.
2 years. My grandfather gave me hurricane lamps from the railroad with different colored glass. Very nice.
Signal lamps.
They're
yeah.
very useful, to be honest. Throws a lot of light.
It makes a lot of light. During when it's chilly out, it actually throws a bunch of heat too.
Yeah. Fun with Cars says, "What broke Dead Dodge Garage exactly?"
We don't know. We don't know. As we were towing it back, I sat in the car while Jamie towed it, and occasionally I would hear like a coming from the back of the car. But we talked about it afterwards, and we just don't know. He's gonna have to get home and autopsy it.
Okay. That lantern's been well used. Are you having lives without us? No.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, Regis Holmes says thanks, though. He sends another super chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Should fill the lantern with citronella. That's probably a good idea, right? Will it burn the same? Yeah? It will, right?
We got just
I
regular
think
lamp
so.
oil over there. Look how much lamp oil we've gone through.
Yeah, but that's 2 years worth.
Yeah, but it's a tiny lamp.
But you use it a lot.
Hey, Lily.
The lanterns burn bright. Don't tell people that. What was up with that person interrupting while filming?
Person interrupting my phone.
Oh, the Live Life Beautifully.
That's Dr. Art's wife, Erica. She has a channel called Lucky Lindy Over 50.
Mm-hmm.
And she was excited to be there, and I guess she just, she was excited.
What do you say? Oh, I read that wrong. Jamie says, "Oh, I read that wrong." What did you read wrong, Jamie? Thanks. Oh, he's talking to Silver Eagle. Okay. Fill it with kerosene? I don't know.
I got opened
It
up.
doesn't seem safe. Oh, wait, I have spray. I have bug
Why? I
spray.
have a cigarette to burn them.
No, don't do that. Don't
Why?
do
It
that.
works. You guys got a mosquito bite? Just like hold the cigarette just above the bite, and the heat from the cigarette kills the stuff that makes it itchy. Of course, it's better to not get the bites to begin with. Give me that.
Yeah. I bought it just for this special
Deep
occasion.
woods. Yes.
Do you remember when we went to go look at those Jeeps in the woods in Nashville? Do you remember that? We should have told people what happened to us.
Do you remember when?
Oh my God, that was horrible.
Do you remember when I went with Berserko Bob to Nashville with the jet car, and we stepped in that? You stepped in that bush.
Oh yeah, I stepped in a nest of ticks, baby ticks, a baby tick nest.
my, 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 my friend, I have a friend of mine, Berserko Bob. He used to be the announcer over at Englishtown. He was actually good buddies with Jungle, right? So I hadn't seen him in, I don't know, years, and he calls me up and he says, "Hey, I'm gonna be racing at Nashville with somebody's jet car. I don't remember whose jet car it was." He says, "Come and hang out," right? So I went up there, and we went up there, and I had never crewed on a jet car before, and it's literally the most boring thing you could possibly do, because all you do is pour kerosene in and then just sit there, right? So in the meantime, we were walking around a pits, and she stepped over a bush, right? And then like 10 minutes later, she started itching, and like, do you remember that? Whatever those things were,
Do I
they just
remember?
attacked you.
It was ticks. It was a nest of seed ticks, and I stepped in them, and I felt itchy. But then by the time I got home and I got in the shower, I was like horrified because they crawled all the way up from my ankles
Yeah,
into every crevice of my body.
yeah, that was
Like 1,000 seed ticks. 1,000 seed ticks. I was crying. Guys, don't do that.
right.
But I was talking about the Jeeps. Remember we were walking through the woods in Nashville?
Right.
And we got all of those crazy bites.
Yep, that's
and then
fun
we
too.
were like in pain, and we were like in pain. We couldn't walk or
Yep.
anything.
I
We were
remember
like,
that too.
What the hell did we get? The bites lasted forever. They turned into like big sores and stuff. We were like, what the hell bit us? Yeah, nasty. That's right. The small ones are deer ticks, whatever they are. The tiny, tiny ticks.
Seed ticks they
Seed
were.
ticks, yeah. Lyme disease transmission vector, yeah. It was freaking horrible. Be careful where you walk. Let's see. Put a rag in the gas tank and light it. No! But like, I think that, don't people that walk in the woods, like they take their pants and stuff? Right?
They're nuts.
And they
People
wear
who walk in the
boots.
woods are nuts.
They tape their pants, they tape their boots to their pants so nothing can get in there.
That's the least of it. There's bears, there's mountain lions, there's Bigfoot, there's like interdimensional portals, there's, you name it, there's all this shit in the woods. There's fairies and freaking things that will
Fairies?
get you every freaking time. If you're not going to be on a motorcycle, you don't belong in the woods.
Oh my goodness. Let's make UTG streams weird again, yeah. Oh my god. Don't forget the feral people of the national parks.
Yes, and the feral people. I know, I know.
So tape on your pants will protect you from them.
I know.
Don't forget about Sasquatch.
I said, yeah, you got Bigfoot.
I had a leech under my toes for half a day and I got a serious infection. Holy mackerel.
You didn't,
You didn't,
you didn't notice
yeah,
it?
if it's under your feet and you're walking and you have shoes on or whatever, it got in your boot or, yeah, you might not know.
See, this is why I'm a city guy. This is why I'm a city guy.
Yeah. Did you get new pants yet? That's what Eagle wants to know. He's
No, that sucked. She not. I never.
Those aren't new, Tony.
They're not.
No.
No,
Those
you're right.
aren't new.
They weren't new. I thought
Those
they
are the
were new. You
older
gave them
ones,
to me.
yeah. They're pretty thin, actually.
Yeah. But she started filming it, and I moved. Oh, I scooted my ass just an inch, and I hear.
Something sharp on the car, Tony?
Yeah, I shouldn't leave jagged edges on
Something
cars.
unfinished on the car? Afraid of the woods, spoken like a true New York street dog.
Yeah, no, the woods. No.
There's cement for a reason.
Stay out of there, exactly. We
You
got
don't get
concrete
seed
and
takes
stucco
from
for a
concrete.
reason.
Okay, here, Tony, answer this. Why did you post that Mustang video if your buddy asked you not to?
Oh, Jesus. We're going to do this again?
I guess.
All right. One more time from the top for anybody who missed us the first time around, okay? We looked the car over. I went there to shoot a different video. We looked the car over. When I got there, Dr. Art and Kiwi were going over the car. They were looking at the car. I says, we got to shoot this. Kiwi's like, I got to talk to the customer. I stood there with Dr. Art while Kiwi called the customer. And we weren't listening in on his conversation. The conversation was happening 30 feet from us, 25, 30 feet from us. So Dr. Art and I are talking, and he's talking, Kiwi's talking to the customer. And Kiwi hangs up with the customer, and he gets up and he walks over to us. He says, okay, let's shoot it. Okay. So I went out to the truck. I got my camera. I hooked it all up. Literally began the video from my truck where I hooked up the camera, walked over. We shot the video. We did the whole thing. And then as soon as we got done shooting the video, we went over and played with this Buick, with the 57 Buick, and did that for about an hour. And then I says, okay, let me go home and get this to Kathy, meaning the tape, the video.
The person that puts it up.
Done. That's it. Okay. Now she edits it, puts it up. I don't think anything of this. And if there was a reason to wait, well, why would we shoot a video when there's contingency to it? Why would we shoot a video when maybe the video can't go up? Or maybe the video has to be changed in some way? I would not have shot the video unless it was like, yes, let's shoot this video. So that's what I did. I went and shot the video. So now, 3 hours later?
You would have found a different topic. You would have just shot a different video.
Yeah, exactly. I was there to shoot a different video to begin with.
Right.
So like 3 hours later, 4 hours later, I don't even know. I wasn't really keeping track of the time, although I do have the text messages if I really wanted to be specific about it. Kiwi texted me and said something like, can you take the video down? Or something along those lines. And before I even had a chance to respond to him, I get a message from the owner of the car texting me. Now at this time, I'm not even at the house. I'm over at the dog club, the training.
You're in class with me.
I was at class,
Yeah.
right? The dog class. So the guy from Street Side Classics is texting me, take the video down, blah, 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 whatever he said, okay? The guy who owns the car, I forget exactly what the text messages were, but he was at his kid's graduation, and he was like, I'll talk to you after the graduation. And that was it, right? And I went home from the club, yes, 8:30, 9 o'clock.
The dog club.
The dog club, right? And I made the video unlisted, which I didn't want to do, but Kiwi asked me to, so I did. And I told him, I'm doing it, literally I told him, I'm doing this under protest. As soon as the car is out of your shop, it's going to go live again. All right. The next day, now remember, the video's unlisted all through the night and through the day, okay? The next day, Dr. R texts me, and I'm literally on my way out the door, because we're going to do a live with...
No, it's a cigarette.
What's that?
You're smoking a cigarette.
Who's smoking a cigarette?
You are.
Yes. Shh. The next day, I'm going to do a live with Jeff Stunkard, okay? We're going to do it here at the house, but I have my camera and the ring light at the shop. Just as I'm getting ready to leave to pick up the camera and the ring light, Dr. Art says, hey, can you make the video live? Erica wants to see it. Erica is his wife. I said, sure, no problem. So I relisted the video so that they could watch it, went to the shop, got my ring light, got the camera, came back. By the time I got back, Kathy already had the computer set on StreamYard, and Jeff Stunkard was already there waiting for me. So I did the live, and then as soon as the live was finished, I had access to the page again, and I unlisted the video. Okay? And I left it unlisted until I knew the car was out of Kiwi's shop. All right? That is 100% of what happened. Okay? Now, how could this have been avoided? I'll tell you how it could have been avoided. All Kiwi had to do, as soon as this guy said, whatever it happened to be. Oh, and by the way, as far as I know, up to that point,
Thanks, Zero.
the owner of the car had never even seen the video. Wanted us to take it down, and he had never even seen it. Right? This is by his own admission, but that's besides the point. All Kiwi had to do, as soon as the owner of the car went, this ungrateful asshole, all he had to do was say, "Hey, the truck's on its way to my shop. Where do you want this thing dropped off? Your house or Streetside Classics?" That's all that had to be done, okay? And everything would have been fine, and there would have been no problems and no drama or no nothing like that. But that's not how it went. And I'm not responsible for that. And that is the story of the video.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
Yes. A clutch kicker 392,
Oh.
eat a dick, clutch kicker.
Yeah. People never seen a cigarette in their lives, apparently. Yes, green
Oh,
best
jeez.
boost. Yes, it's a cigarette.
It's a cigarette.
It's Bugler
Deal with it. Look, I
hand-rolled
roll my own
tobacco.
cigarettes. I roll in my own tobacco. That's how I'm able to smoke for 52 years. I'm smoking, and I'm okay.
Green Bean sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
Hey Tony, just bought a new project today for my dad. 99 Ford Ranger. Bed crushed, but frame is straight. What work would you do before a replacement bed goes on? And what product to use for light frame rust?
Light frame rust?
Yeah.
I tell you, I love the Rust-Oleum Rusty Metal Primer. Just follow it by direction. I mean, you can use like POR 15. There's a lot of different things that'll encapsulate the rust. But if you just wire brush it off, wire wheel it off, get it kind of clean, and then hit it with a couple of coats of the Rusty Metal Primer, Rust-Oleum Rusty Metal Primer, and then finish that off with a coat of Rust-Oleum, you're gonna be golden. It's perfect. This is what they paint bridges with. You know what I'm saying? This stuff works, and it compared to the other products on the market, it's cheap. Other work you could do it. I don't know, my brother. I don't know. I'm not there to see it. I don't know what it needs.
Robert Bray wants to know, Tony, do you buy any cars from Copart?
Oddly enough, that's funny you say that because today for the first, yeah, not today, this week for the first time, I actually looked at Copart because I feel I need to. I want to add a motorcycle to the fleet. Okay, so I have my two Sportsters, and I have my Super Cup, and I feel that I want to add like an enduro kind of bike, right? So, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on one because it's only going to get used once or twice a year. It's going to sit around and collect dust. So I don't want to spend a lot of money on one. It's got to be something cheap. So I said, I'm going to try one. I'm going to go for a Chanda, right? One of these Chinese clone Hondas. You get them off of Amazon for like $1,600, $1,700. And I was like, yeah, that's perfect. Okay. And then he says, no, well, let me see. Maybe there's a KLR or something out there. And I says, wait, I know there's a bunch of people who stuff those bikes. Let me go to Copart. So I went on, I for the first time really, I looked through the Copart inventory and all of that. And I'm actually going to take a run up to Nashville and see what they have in person over there. So yes, it's funny you bring up Copart because this was the first time I've thought about Copart. And by the way, I'm kind of leaning now towards a Buell Ulysses. Weird, right? I know. All right, go ahead.
What's this? I'm
Huh?
not even going to go over it. Forget it. The
What?
Buell and the whatever else you were looking at? What were you looking at?
Oh, the Ducati. I'm not
You're
gonna.
looking at a
I'm not gonna
Ducati,
get the Ducati. No,
Okay. Let's see.
I had a Ducati.
Uh-huh.
I don't ever think I really want another one.
Craig Simmons says, do you recommend a Holly Sniper for a Ford
No.
390? I have a new ABS
No.
Edelbrock
No.
on it, but I'm curious about the EFI system. Is it worth it?
Yes. No. I don't recommend those EFI conversions for anybody for any reason. The failure rate is like 50%. The dissatisfaction rate is like 75% over time. No, I don't recommend it. Other people do. I have friends that do. Dr. Art lives for these things. He loves them. He worships Holly Sniper setups, right? And all of these other setups. So yes, different people, different opinions. My opinion is work with the carburetor. But if you are seriously considering putting a sniper on your car, then go over to Dr. Art. Dr. Art's Hot Rod Rehab. He does a live every Monday night at 7 o'clock. Monday night, 7 o'clock, Dr. Art's Hot Rod Rehab. Go over there and ask him directly, and he'll give you whatever information there is.
Jamie says we're going to try to stream from a hotel room in South Dakota, so we'll catch you guys later.
Okay.
My thanks again for an awesome time.
Dude, thank you for coming.
It's nice having you.
No, seriously, I really, really enjoyed having you around, man. Thank you. You stole my friggin' timing light. You know, but here's the thing, right? I stole that timing light from Dr. Nightmare.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
This extra hot timing light.
No, seriously. He destroyed one of my engines. I let this guy hit engine.
Don't let it go.
All right, fine.
Let it go.
Well, he's destroyed two engines on me,
Let
but
it
that's
go.
beside the point. So I stole his timing light,
Let it
and then
go.
Jamie stole my timing light.
Tony, be careful if he's a Copart. It can double the purchase price. A $600 motorcycle will be $1,300 at the door.
That's okay.
Yeah. That's okay?
Well,
Seems like a
I'm
lot.
cheap, but I'm not that cheap.
Yeah.
I almost bought. So I like. Sleeper Dude bought a one of the Honda the XR 150, which is a really nice little bike. They're $2,971. The list price on was $2,971. And like I said, Sleeper Dude bought one, and I asked him how he liked it. He said he loved it. This was like last year, right? About this time last year. And so I said, I'll just go get one of those things, right? So the cheapest I could get it out the door was $3,700, so $800 over list. No, no, I'm not going to spend it. It's a matter of principle.
Are you done?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just you keep going.
I hate dealers. I hate the bullshit. I hate the
What do you
games
love,
that they play.
Tony? What do you love?
What do I love? I
Yeah.
love dogs.
You love dogs.
I love dogs. I love Dead Dodge Garage.
John M says, have you had anyone reach out who was burned by one of those consignment shops?
Yes, we have 2 or 3. But I'm going to wait until I have a couple more, and then see
have to
if
call
there's
them,
enough
yeah.
there to do a compilation.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Craig Simmons says, I had a 1975 Dodge Dart Light back in the day. Dodge Dart Light. Have you ever seen one of them?
Yes, I had a Plymouth Feather Duster, same car.
Mission Improbable. How is it?
I just picked up tires for it. They arrived yesterday, and I'm going to get them mounted up tomorrow. And the plan is to try to get out to Etheridge on Friday with it.
Okay. What's the value of a 1972 Plymouth Satellite? Runs, drives, mudding, quarter panels, deckwood trunk, patch, driver's floor patch, not bad job, mostly rear main leaks.
Yeah,
72
it's got a pile of small things, but it seems like it's good driver. I'd say, I mean, man, $2,500 is probably a decent
That's
price.
cheap.
Well, it's got holes here and there.
Yeah, so.
You know what I'm saying? It's got a rear main seal leak. It's got issues. It's not like it's a pristine, survivor. So yeah, I'm thinking like you really can't go wrong in the $2,500, $3,000 range. It's like you could literally sell the underdash components, like heater boxes and controls and all that other stuff, to like a guy doing a 71, 72, Roadrunner or a GTX and get your money back. Just off the trinkets that are interchangeable with that car and the prestige cars.
Forgot to mention that slag shift sounded soft, almost slipping. Hopefully Kiwi come back.
It doesn't slip. I don't know why that is. So it's got a stock valve body in it. I didn't when I put it together. When I put that trans together, drag racing wasn't part of the equation. It was supposed to just drive down the road, and It's got a stock valve body and a stock shift kit in it, or stock. There's no shift kit, I should say. So
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't slip at all, but it does shift late. You nudge it, and then you have to wait half a second, and then it finally shifts. So it's just one of those things. I just have not gotten around to it yet.
Okay. 2,500. So the guy probably wants 9,000.
Yeah.
I want a UTG hat.
They're
You
in our
still
store.
have them in the store.
Yes.
UncleTony'sGarage.com. Let's see. You forgot about the jackalopes out in the wild, Tony.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things that will kill you. Everything in the wild will kill you.
Not everything.
Everything. Everything.
Did you get some kind of limited slip for Mission Improbable?
No, I want to throw the tire. I haven't even. Ugh, I can't talk. I have not had a chance to go hit any of the local pull parts in the last week or two. But like I said, I got the tires for it yesterday. I got 275 60/15s. So, and they were. I remember we're working on a budget. And they were the cheapest ones I could find in that size. Like $320, $340 for the set. So I'm gonna have those mounted this week, and then we'll try it with the tires and see what it does.
Mopo Polo says, "What's a good deli driver pre-CVT transmission?"
Pre-CVT transmission.
Yeah.
Any? All of them? They're all good.
All of them?
Well, if you go back to the old days of transmissions, you know the trainees from the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, into the 90s, they're all good. And then you get into the weirdnesses of the 2000s. Oh, she's barking at lightning bugs.
Oh, is that what she's barking at? Well, that's good. She'll chase them all the way. She can hurt them.
Minnie?
Let's see. Rebuild the 350, TSB says.
Yes, rebuild the 350. We should all rebuild the 350s.
Yeah?
Yes.
What are you looking at?
Lightning bug.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
I see it, yeah. Yeah. Cody Norman says, "Nice win, Tony."
Nice what?
Nice win.
Oh, really win. Yeah, so we got them by 41 cars. So if you take the length of the car, which is 16 feet, and you divide 660 by the 16, you end up with 41 and a quarter. So we actually gapped them by 41 and a quarter cars. But I didn't throw that extra 0.25 in there because I didn't want to rub it in.
Give her a bone, Barry Who says. Okay, I just hear somebody hear the dogs bark. I don't blame him.
Do we have bones for her?
No, we don't. We have the milk bones, but we don't have like those other types that they like. Tony, how come you don't have a shop cat?
A shop cat? I'm not crazy about cats, I gotta tell you. I mean, I don't hate them. I would never be. I've rescued of several cats over the course of my life, but I am really not. I don't like cats.
They get stuck in flex fans? What? Oh, cats? Is that what she's saying?
Which was the cat that I found at the shop that time? I was working at somebody's shop that was helping them out one night, and there was a little kitten. It was stuck in the corner.
In New York?
Yeah, in New York. It was covered with
Doberman
fleas, so we
almost
brought
got
it home
him.
and picked all the fleas off it.
You were at Mikey T's and his Doberman.
Was it Mikey
almost,
T's? I walked around with that cat in my shirt pocket for like a couple of days.
That was Fang.
Was it Fang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a good cat. He was a good boy. Black and white. Black and white long hair.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was a little tiny thing,
Fang,
but it
yeah.
fit in my pocket, so I carried it
That's
around in
good.
my pocket.
People with cats are weird. I don't know if they're weird. It depends on how many you have. Yes, R.I.P. DeSoto. I know, I miss DeSoto very much. He was a good boy. Bang face.
Winnie.
Winnie here helps about various rodents.
What's up, Boom?
Olive says that her cat helps with various rodents.
I'm not talking shit about cats. I mean,
No.
cats are
Some
perfectly
do
fine.
help with that and some don't. Like DeSoto really didn't. He really was not a mouser. He was a he would get birds. And
She
he
is,
brought me a baby bunny once. He
she
would
is
bring
gonna
stuff from the
sleep.
yard. He would never get stuff from the house. Like if there was a mouse in the kitchen or anything like that, he wouldn't go after it.
She's gonna sleep like a freaking log
You
tonight.
would think. Not really. She gets up in the middle of the night.
She's almost a year old
I know. This month.
this month.
June 23rd is her birthday. Let's see. You need a DeSoto replacement. He made the live streams more interesting somehow, Fudgy the Whale says.
Yeah.
He did. He was good. But honestly, I don't think Winnie would tolerate a cat.
Really, we got our hands full with the dogs.
Yeah. Joe K says, yes, I miss DeSoto. He was good. A cat would rein in, those dogs couldn't. But you think Mexican Specker? No. No. DeSoto bossed the other dogs around. I don't know how he would have been with Winnie. I don't know if Winnie would have tolerated that. I don't know. How she would be with small animals. I don't know. She chases birds and she kills, she got that possum, right?
She didn't kill it.
She didn't kill it, but she got the possum.
She got the possum. It was baby possum.
Yeah.
But she didn't kill it. She just brought him over here and dropped him.
And she gets the moles all the time. Cat people are good people, Barry Clue says.
I'm not
We've
saying
had
you're
dogs.
not.
We've had cats and dogs. Have you ever shorted a rear axle tubes? Dave Elliott says.
Have I what?
Have you ever shorted rear axle tubes?
Of course.
Yeah. Robert Bray says, I see hundreds of cats in back of stores by the dumpsters. Yeah, there's cats everywhere. Roadrunner James says, UTG, my Mopar cat heard you say that.
I had one cat I really liked, stir fry. Right?
Stir fry was great.
Yeah.
He used to eat pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was great. He used to sit on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She.
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 Sorry. No.
She.
Wait. Stir fry and Snoopy. Snoopy used to eat pizza. Snoopy was a great cat.
Snoopy was a good cat. Snoopy got his head run over.
Snoopy was an amazing cat.
Snoopy was a good cat. But stir fry, she was cute. She was a little fluff ball, and she used to hang out on my shoulder all day.
Yeah. She was sick.
She had a feline. What was that thing with the snot? She
Yeah.
never stopped at the snot.
We gave her medicine and everything.
Yeah, we oh, please.
Took her to the
The
vet
time and the money that we
multiple
spent
times.
trying to save this kitten was ridiculous.
Didn't work.
But she was a good girl.
Mexican Spec says, my two grandmothers would fight over which of my cats was the best, and they had never had a cat in their lives. I thought it was hilarious.
Mr. Roast Beef. Remember Mr. Roast
was
Beef?
good too. Yeah, I don't know. What
He was
happened
another
to
one
him.
that he
just
died from that same thing. That
no,
same.
it wasn't that. It was something else. I don't know what it was. He just like all of a sudden he started throwing up and he wouldn't stop and then he like died.
Oh, right.
And I took him to the vet too and they gave him medicine to keep him from throwing up and they didn't know what it was, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what happened. He was young, he wasn't old.
No, I know.
Cats are like 340s versus a dog which is like a 440.
They're completely different.
Yeah, they're different.
Dogs, we relate directly to dogs. We're wired very similarly to dogs. That's why we have that relationship. And cats are not. Cats are not wired like us.
My dog Honey was a mouse killed or anything that came in the property. Birds fly in midair, chomp possum's belly up. Oh my goodness. Sweetest pit bull in the world. Such a good girl.
That's where my Trixie was. Trixie was,
Yeah.
she was a hunter, boy. She was awesome. She was a beagle.
Um, okay, let's see. There was that blue cougar key we looked at. I don't know. They're talking about something else. They're talking to each other.
All right.
You can't have a relationship with a cat. They are not loyal.
Well, some people say you can.
They go live with other people sometimes.
Yeah, I see. I don't know. The jury's out on that. I mean, my personal experience with cats is kind of is an agreement with that. But there are other people who really do have good relationships with their cats. I don't know.
Hey Tony, there's some duster in the background of the stream. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Happy Sunday.
Happy
Still a
Sunday.
Viper.
There's no duster back there. It's your imagination.
Mm.
It's a green screen. We use a picture of a duster behind us.
Yeah.
Yes, to make it look more like automotive-y.
To make it look automotive-y?
Yes.
Yeah, cat personalities really vary. They do. Some are so sweet, and then some are really nasty.
Yeah.
Um,
Remember Elvira?
yeah,
She was a
She
bitch.
tried to kill me.
She was a horrible,
She stalked
horrible
me in my
thing.
sleep.
Please.
But she was feral when I found her. So that's probably why she was like that. Um,
We've had a lot of animals.
I know. Peaceful Maggie, yeah, she's sleeping.
Yeah, they all are. Darla's, I think
Well, not Winnie.
Darla looks like she's gone to another realm. The way she's laid out, you should make sure she's breathing.
No, I can't get up.
Maggie's being a good girl.
Um,
Where's Lola?
a local council has made it law to have no more than 2 cats. F 'em. Where do you live, Barracuda? Barracuda, you're in New Zealand,
Yeah,
right?
he's in New Zealand. Where people don't know how to tell other people to get their car out of their friggin' shop.
Boomer says, any progress on your off-road trail Jeep, Tony?
No, I'm not gonna. I can't. I have too many things. I got to work on the Belvedere, and I haven't worked on it in weeks. I got it in there, started working on it, and then actually got sidetracked with other things and other things. It's down the road. It's down the road.
Rocco wants to know. Hey, are you still going on Power Tour?
Yes. 2 days. We're gonna run up to Bowling Green, and then we're gonna hit Nashville.
you are?
over here. We're not.
I'm not. I told you I can't.
You can't. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a dog sitter for that day.
Yeah.
She's busy. But I have it for Nashville. Michael Edwards sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
I saw a 66 old Tornado for the first time today. Such a cool looking car for 1966. You familiar with the 66 Tornado?
I certainly am. And if you want to see something really cool, go to my friend Brian Lohn's channel, Lohnes. And last week or 2 weeks ago, he did a video on the terrifying Tornado, which was just absolutely epic. So if you enjoyed that, if you like that car, go watch Brian's video.
Speed Demon says he'll go with you, Tony.
Oh, okay.
Do you live in the area? Sierra says, remind folks that Slaghammer was an off-road project. Haha.
Yeah, Slaghammer actually started off as an off-road project.
Oh my gosh.
When I built it, before Al built it, right? It was originally intended to go off-road. So when I shortened the chassis and mounted the body and everything, it's one of the reasons why the car is so heavy. Because it's like 3,200 and change, right? Without me, and the oh wow.
Oh, you live near Los Angeles? Oh, it's a little far.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
It shows Bird just did this
Oh.
into the tomato bushes and
Is it out?
Winnie.
Is it out?
Yes.
Okay.
So actually, who wanted to come on Power Tour?
Speed Demon. He lives near Los Angeles.
Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere with anybody who would come from Los Angeles to be with me. It's really that simple.
I'm sorry, Speed Demon.
I'm sorry, Speed Demon, but that's just the way it is.
We appreciate it though.
If you happen to be in the neighborhood
Yeah, then that's cool.
and you're like,
I
hey,
mean, we don't
I'll
want you
take
to travel
along,
from Los
that's
Angeles.
fine, right?
We don't want you to do that.
But if you have to travel more than 25 miles, I don't, please don't. Please don't.
Oscar Gonzalez says, "Hey, what's wrong with West Coasters?"
Nothing.
He's, Speed Demon says, "Next time." He's laughing. No, it's not that anything's wrong with West Coasters. It's just a very long trip.
No, that's
Somebody
besides the point.
made.
No, I don't want to be around anybody
It's not reason. It's not a reasonable.
who would
trip.
come that distance to be around me. It's just that's just no. It's a hard no. You know what I'm saying? That's just a hard no.
Tara says, "Cheers for Huntington Beach, California."
You're missing the leaps that she's doing back
Oscar
here.
Gonzalez says, "Mm-hmm."
I mean, she's pouring it on and
Yeah.
doing the jumps.
You see?
She is a reincarnated agility dog. I will guarantee
How
it.
about she's just an agility dog?
But how does
about
she know
that?
to make those jumps like that
It's
out of the
natural
blue?
for her. I don't know. I ordered a jump. So every month we have to buy a new piece of agility equipment. So he's like, "Oh my God, why do you keep spending money?" Uncle Tony smells stalkers.
What's that?
No, he's not a stalker. He's not a stalker.
It's okay. Like the Groucho Marx, his famous line was, "I wouldn't be part of any organization that would have me," and that's exactly how I am. I don't want to deal with anybody who would want to deal with me.
Yeah. I guess I fall into that category.
Well, that's different. That's
Is
different.
it different? So when will you send Winnie away to work on a farm?
Oh, never. She's my
No.
sweetheart.
No. She doesn't leave me.
She is so happy in the morning. You guys have no idea how nice it is to wake up
She's sweet.
to Winnie. She's just like,
So happy.
she opens her eyes and she is just absolutely just full of life, happy, jumping around, giving kisses, and
Loving. She has to have morning snuggle time.
She has to have her
leans
morning
into
snuggle
you
time.
and give you kisses and just smiles at you.
yep.
We sing the coffee song. I wish I could afford a farm 72Z28 says. They are expensive. They're not cheap. Hello, Chris J. Ellis. He says, "Hi, guys. Didn't think Mark Twain have some line about the 727 transmission with a bolt on yoke." Mark Twain?
Oh, that's old stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Would you ever do a Mustang on your channel?
If somebody close to me, like in Murfreesboro, in my own city, happened to have a Mustang and wanted to do something with it, then yes, absolutely. But I'm not buying one, and I'm not getting involved in any sort of distance things.
Larry Smith says, "I saw that video on the terrifying tornado. It's crazy that it's just sitting in a trailer or somewhere in race condition.
Brian's gonna find it. He's gonna find it.
Farms are a lot of work," Straight Billy says. Yeah, they are.
That's something that I would invest and get involved with.
A farm?
No, the terrifying tornado.
Oh, okay.
If the opportunity was to come up, it's something I would definitely get involved in.
What about Sneaky Pete Robinson's car? Isn't that missing too?
Sneaky Pete Robinson.
Yeah. Isn't
Which-
that missing?
which car?
The dragster?
No. You're talking about when I hired the psychic to find the car?
Is it? Isn't that one missing?
No. It's the one he died in.
They buried it.
They buried it.
Yeah, they buried
Yeah.
it. They know where but nobody knows where it's buried.
The psychic seems to know where it was buried.
He knows where it's buried. Of course
But
the
wait,
psychic
no, but
does.
wait. What the psychic told me jived with somebody who worked with him
Yeah.
told me.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
So, but I'm not going to say where it is.
No. So when are you guys moving to a farm? We're not. We're not moving to a farm.
Not moving to a farm. May buy a farm at some point, but not moving to a farm. I would like to have an owner operator, not an owner operator, what's the word I'm looking for?
You want like a crop sharing family?
Yeah, exactly. I
Don't
want it
you
like a
want?
sharecropper type of thing where I'll buy a farm and let somebody live there and do the thing.
It's
And
not the 30s.
it
You know?
will be.
It will be.
It will, before you know it, it will be the 30s. So
Well, it's
yeah,
not right now, so
don't
it's
stress.
really
But
hard to
not
find a
this
family
week.
that wants to do something like that.
Not this week, but
Winnie
it's
needs
coming.
a lot of room to run and jump. I know. We won't necessarily look for a farm, but we might find something with a little more property eventually. She
I mean,
has a lot of room
Yeah,
here.
we
She's got a really long run here.
we extended the backyard by double,
How
more
long
than
do you
double,
think that is, honey?
just for her.
How many feet is that? That's a lot.
It's at least 100. Oh God.
It's a long
Let's see.
yard.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What's 15 times 8?
15 times 8?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I would have to figure that out. You're making me do math right now?
It's like 130
15
something.
times 8. It's 120.
120?
Yeah.
Okay, so she has 120 feet to run that way.
Straight line.
Straight line.
No Irish on the potato farm. Oh, sheesh.
She's doing agility.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Good.
She's just a pure joy. But you're not, Lily. Come here. You. Stop barking. Yes, Darla, I love you too.
I live where Kevin Harvick grew up. Never liked him as a driver, great announcer. All except the first sub 4-second quarter mile at Famoso, if I'm correct.
I have no idea what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
know. I'm sorry. I'm doing multiple things at the same time. Farm slowly turns into a giant car lot full of Mopars. Laugh out loud.
What does?
A farm
Oh, time
slowly
turns
turns
into
into a giant car lot full
Yeah.
of Mopars.
No, not for me.
Yeah, no.
I'm past that. I don't want tons and tons of cars.
Hang on, I gotta check this.
What are you doing?
I'm checking to see if anybody wrote back about that dog.
Oh. So we were late tonight because Kathy was rescuing some kind of giant, huge bear dog around the block over here.
No,
And
nothing.
luckily, somebody came along and said that they could keep them in their yard until they find a home.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what a great career. Tony, I'm so excited to build my street machine, Chris Greenaway says. It's good.
Go, man, go. Keep that
Sonny-
excitement up.
Sonny Ray wants to know, do you have any four-wheelers?
No, I'm not really into them. I'm not really into them. I like dirt bikes. I like XJs. You know, and the XJ is really the only Jeep I have any interest in.
Yeah.
But no, just the four-wheeler thing just never really got me.
What a great crop, buy a farm and plant some roadrunners. Doesn't work that way. Let's see. Keith Harden says the little kitty was climbing on me until the dog bark scared her off. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Didn't mean to freak out your kitty. What a pleasant evening.
It is nice. It's a little warm.
This is what it's like right before disaster strikes.
Tony. Are you talking crap again?
No.
For no reason now? Really? For no reason? Let's see. What is your experience with basic 4 or 5 pin relays? Extra heavy duty switch or another part to fail?
Yeah, see, everybody's big on relays. Oh, relay this, relay that, relay the other thing.
Yeah.
I Now I've wired relays into other people's cars because they asked me to do it. That's how they
Uh-huh.
wanted it done. For myself, no. I don't care what the benefit is of a relay. It's just another part to fail. It's another wire that has to be run. It's more connections that have to be made. It's just another part that fails. People are like, well, if you put your Mopar headlights on a relay, they're brighter. I'll deal with the dim headlights. I'm fine with them. Chrysler didn't think it needed a relay back in the 60s and the 70s. I don't think it needs a relay today. So I'm the type of person, when I find a relay in a system, I remove the relay if it's my own car. And of course, contingent that it's not built into the system. Like the XJs are loaded with relays, and I'm not going to rewire them and take them out. But no, I would never personally add a relay for anything. I hardwire everything. Yes, it's primitive. Yes, it's wrong. Yes, it's simplistic. But that's me.
It is you.
Yes.
What breed dog is it? It was a huge German Shepherd.
The biggest
Male
German Shepherd you ever seen.
Really big. Like wolf size big.
Yeah,
Really
really,
big.
seriously, wolf size big. His
I'm glad
head
he was
was as big as Maggie.
He was docile,
Yeah, he was very docile.
but he was chasing those 3 dogs.
Well, he was older too. You could
Yeah,
tell
he was
him.
older. Yeah, he was an old guy.
Oops, a mosquito just flew in my ear, and I think I killed it in my ear.
Oh, well, get it
God.
out.
Well, I can't. It's like I just pushed it into my ear. Oh, that's not good.
No, that's not good.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm not a fan of German Shepherds. What? Mexican Spec says he's Jewish. What? What? What does that have to do with anything? Put yourself in timeout, Mexican Spec.
Yeah.
For that. You need to put yourself in timeout.
So, you wish to get a dog?
Oh my goodness. Right, quiet driver 97. Cotton swab and peroxide. Okay, does Tony know he's on the hurricane list this year? What's up?
To who?
The hurricane list.
Oh, Hurricane Tony? No, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah?
Nice. I wonder what we're gonna take down.
Chris Cameron says my Shep Candy was a sweetie. Yeah, they can be really sweet. Tony, have you ever worked on a car that really gave you a fit trying to figure out what was wrong with it?
Of course, everybody has. Well, off the top of my head, I can't. They'll now see, like in hindsight, they all blend into one car. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. But those are the cars when you're a mechanic. Those are the cars you hone your skills on. Those are the ones that the challenging ones that keep you stumped. Those are the ones that force you to do the research. Those are the ones that force you to ask questions. And those are the ones that actually turn you into a good mechanic.
Ryan Lyon says that's truck car name, Hurricane Tony. David Biznet says, enjoy the videos of the race. Great you all can get together and do that. Looks like you have done that for many years.
No, it's acting. It's
Just being a jerk.
it's YouTube, and we need to put on the act. So I play a old street rat pretty well. Lots of rehearsing. Remember
you never
that?
raced in New York City.
No. I never did anything like that in real life. It's illegal.
No.
And dangerous.
No. Yeah. Nobody knew you in New York City.
No.
Racing. No.
Nobody had a clue. No.
No, you weren't there. Fucking people, man. Uh, we love you guys. Rocco says, Tony, I picked up a few ounces of silver. Thanks for the non-advice.
Excellent.
Very good.
Welcome to the club.
Chris J. Ellis says, I have a lab, Brittany and Husky, and a Corgi mix. Oh, that's a lot. I bet you your Husky gives you a run for your money. How many times has he run away?
It's always a husky walking the
Always
streets.
Husky's running away.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Look, she's finally petered out.
What is it? Oh, she tired?
Yeah, she's just like, okay, I'm done.
I know those type of cars. I find swearing shamefully loudly helps. Tony's gonna have mosquito eggs hatching in his brain.
Yep.
Keep it cars, okay, friends? Yes, Zero.
What do you say?
Keep it cars. Keep it cars, okay, friends? We don't want to give Zero extra work.
Zero cracking the whip. Yeah, cracking the whip.
Let's see. Ford, hire WizKids second. Oh, Dean Stevenson. You can talk about dogs, that's fine.
Well, no, let's try to go back to cars. Let's try cars.
Let's try cars.
Yes.
It's a good idea.
Hey,
Zero
can you
has his hands full tonight.
keep them going for a minute? I'm gonna go get some HQ.
If you want to get me some?
Oh, come on. What do I look like? What am I, Aunt Jemima? Come on.
I can go get it.
No, I get it. I got it.
Oh my goodness. Zero's got the axe out. Yep. Everybody needs to behave and be good. Because you're making Zero work hard. Zero the axe, yes. I'm a raging, mild, autistic mess. I'm sorry, Danny Boyd. The lawyer dog is keeping her eye on Tony. She's very good. Maggie is very good. Let's see. Danny Boyd, is your Ford dark blue metallic code 3H or 3G? I don't know. I'm just an old fat guy who turned 55 today. Yay me. Happy birthday, Thumper the sweaty fat guy. Congratulations. Thumper the sweaty fat guy's turned 55 today. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Zero says, I love these people. That has to be understood and respected. I will defend until the end. Thank you, Zero. We love you too.
Thank you, Zero.
I wasn't. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Tony?
No,
Nothing?
I just realized how crazy this whole world is with us.
A little crazy. It's a little crazy. Happy birthday. Surviving and becoming a bigger achievement every day. Yes. Quiet Driver 97. MVP is me, says we appreciate you, Tony and Kathy. Zero says 6 years. You've been doing this for 6 years?
6 years.
Oh my God.
6 years.
That's crazy.
We started this on a whim. It was, I mean, really, it was.
It's really crazy. It's very crazy. Okay. Let's see. Thumper, you need to celebrate with vodka, Dean Stevenson says. Does he? He could have water, like us. Clear,
Living the
refreshing
wildlife.
water. You started at a gas station, Tony.
These lives? No.
No.
The lives started back here in the backyard.
Yeah, and then we went to the gas station.
They went to the gas station for a little while.
Yeah. Which is kind of weird.
It was fun though. It was cool.
We
It was
didn't
cool
have good
because
reception.
people come in and out.
Yeah.
It was, when it's cold out, we do them in the studio or the office here. And then when the weather turns nice, we come out in the backyard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been doing lives for 6 years. So you got to figure an average of one a week. Oh God, I don't know what this.
You do
So
2 a week. It's a lot.
let's get the calculator out. We don't always do
Something's
2 a
biting
week.
me. Sometimes you do more than that.
Well, let's average it out. Okay, so let's say well, during the pandemic we were doing them 7 days a week,
Yeah.
right, for a couple of months. So let's call it two. All right, so 52 times 6 = 312 times 2 is 620. So we've done over 600 lives at a minimum 600 lives.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh, geez, you believe that?
It's a lot. Storage unit videos were good, Speed Demon says.
They were really crude. They were really rough, but they got us going, man. They got us on the map. It was,
I was using a broken Android.
you got to realize I wasn't about to make an investment in this as far as like shop and stuff like that until I knew it was going to go. So the storage units were a good in between because we started here at the house and in the garage over here. We outgrew that immediately. So then, I had a choice, and there weren't any cheap shops around. I didn't want to invest a lot of money, and I already had units over there. So I said, "To hell with it. Let's just turn some units into a shop," and it served us really well for 2 years.
Winnie.
If it wasn't for those storage units, we wouldn't have been able to take the following steps that brought us to where we are today.
Mexico Stack wants to know if we make money from the lives.
Not really. The
No, not really.
the CPM, RPM, so the CPM is what you get paid. RPM is how much you get to keep.
Very low.
Is really, really low on the lives. Like really low. It's like you might as well be doing shorts. That's not why we do them. We do them because I don't generally go into the comments very much.
Yeah.
Like I'll check the tone of comments occasionally just to see, get a vibe on it, but I don't really get into the comments. So
Maggie.
we do these lives as a way to be with our viewers.
Right. Active community involvement.
Yeah, active community involvement.
You do comments more often.
What's that?
You can comment a little more often.
Well, the problem is you answer one, and it's kind of like you have to answer
You
all.
don't have to answer all of them.
Right, but
You don't have to answer all of them. That's ridiculous. You're not going to sit there and answer 1,000 comments.
when
You
we
can answer some of them, though.
so when we first started this channel, the first like year that we were doing it,
Yeah,
I answered every comment.
I know.
Right.
Used to heart everything and answer.
I would either heart something or I'd answer it, and then I
Now
found
he's
that.
afraid to heart things.
Oh yeah,
Because he feels like he has to heart everybody if he hearts one.
yeah.
So he doesn't do it. He'll like them. So sometimes you might get a like from Uncle Tony and not know it's Uncle Tony.
Yes. Yes, because if I heart it, I gotta heart all of them, right?
You don't have to.
But that's how I see it. That's how I see it. But I stopped answering I
He
stopped
thumbs
getting
up
involved in the
things.
comments because I was literally spending half my day doing comments.
Yeah.
And then the straw that brought the camel's back was I kept finding that people would drag you into arguments or you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like somebody will say in
You
the
get
comment,
some sort of response.
somebody will say like blah 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 blah, and I would comment back blah 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 thanks, and then they would comment back
Yeah.
but blah 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 blah, and then you have no choice but to say but blah 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 blah, blah. And then next thing you know, you spent half your friggin' day going back and forth with somebody when you've really got other shit to do. And that's when I says, you know what? No.
Straight bullet says just answer comments in the first hour of the video release. That's what you were doing.
Yeah.
The first hour it was up, you were answering stuff.
Well, that's originally it was all of them, and then for a long time it was just like the first hour, and now, like I says, I just go into the comments just to get a tone, like just to catch
You
a
do see
vibe.
them though.
What's
you
that?
You do read them though.
Yes. But like I says, I just use it as a barometer.
Maggie.
You know, is this on target or is this like out of left field? You know, what's the vibe on this?
I watch it like the first half hour to make sure there's no mistake or anything. Like there's somebody's like, oh, the editing is this, or
Yeah,
oh, the end of the video is missing, or blah 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 blah.
yeah,
So
it's
I'll
rare, but
watch
it
it
does
just to
happen.
make sure that
And the
there's
other way you know is
no
if you look at the
problem with
comments.
the video. Because usually someone will point it out right away,
Yeah,
right?
mostly it's like misspelled words in the title or the thumbnail or stuff like that will pop up.
Sometimes I'll, because you send me the title and the description through my messenger. He types it to me through Messenger, and then I copy and paste it. Sometimes I'll copy and paste the whole thing, and like the end of the title is missing, or half a word is missing. That's happened.
So, so the viewer is probably curious about routine, especially since this thing came up with the Mustang and all this other nonsense, right? So the routine is this. Generally speaking, and generally because there are exceptions, right? But generally speaking, I'll shoot the video first thing in the morning. So I'll
With the
go to the shop.
GoPro, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to the shop at the GoPro. It's a, whatever idea I wake up with. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, now we're going to cultivate this. We're going to turn this into a video, right? Or what task is going to be, whatever it happens to be. I'll shoot the video first thing in the morning. Then around lunchtime, I come back and I hand her the video. And she goes to the computer and puts it in the computer, takes it from the GoPro, puts it in the computer, and then puts it into Premiere Pro. And she does the editing. Most of the time, I'll sit there while she's editing it out because she'll say, well, do you want this in? Do you want that out, right? And generally speaking, the only things that really get cut out are like I'll stutter, right? I'll mispronounce things. I'll start a sentence and stop and I'll restart it again because you lose your train of thought as you're trying to do this.
And
And
sometimes you talk about things, and you're like, well, I don't want to put that in there because that's
yeah,
going in the wrong direction.
right. Sometimes I'll
So we'll
run off
take
on a
out a
tangent
section.
and we'll
Yeah.
we'll take that out, right? So, but generally speaking, the editing process is fast. We blow through them in
Yeah,
like
it's
20
not
minutes,
crazy.
half hour, right? It's like if it's a 20,
Depending on the video, except that montage that I made going to the track.
that montage is brilliant
It
and
is.
beautiful, and we're
It's
going
my
to use that
best work
forever.
ever.
Um, so, generally speaking, if let's say it's a 15-minute video, the editing takes about a half hour. Generally speaking. So then we pick the thumbnail, okay, which is usually the hardest part. All right, if you guys want to know what the hardest part of making YouTube videos is, it's the thumbnail.
Stupid thumbnail.
It's the thumbnail
I
picture.
hate it.
Oh, it's the flat spot on the wheel. You know,
Hate it.
you can make a killer video. I was like, yes, this is great. And you run home and it doesn't need any editing. It's like, yes, this is great. And then comes time to pick the thumbnail. And that's the flat spot on the wheel. We spend more time picking thumbnails, thumbnail pictures, and thumbnail words than we do any other aspect of this business.
It's better if they're, not posed. Sometimes
Yes.
you shoot separate for the thumbnail, and sometimes it comes out okay, and sometimes it doesn't.
So if it occurs to me after I've shot the video that I know that nowhere in this video is going to be a usable thumbnail, then I'll set up and I'll shoot a separate thumbnail, right? Or I'll shoot like a minute of video, different angles and stuff like that for the thumbnail. But it's a mixed bag. So all right, while she's
Composition is very important.
doing the thumbnail,
Color.
okay, cleaning me up and doing whatever has to be done.
I'm taking the dog hair off your shirt.
She takes dog hair off
and
my shirt.
Photoshop.
Yeah, this makes you look less sinister, right? So she does that. I come inside and sit on the couch, and I text her the thumbnail words, the title, and the description. And then like 10 minutes later, she says, "Okay, it's up." And then I click to the TV and I look to make sure that it's up, and I give myself a thumbs up. I always give myself a thumbs up. And that is a day in the life of producing YouTube videos for UTG.
Well, I do more in Premiere Pro and getting the video ready. But
Yeah. Now, Jamie, we were talking about because we went to dinner on I guess it was Thursday night. We went up to Nashville to get dinner, and we were talking about, obviously we're talking shop, right? So he's like, his videos consist of like 150 clips. It's like wow, because ours are just we blow right through, right through, right? But yeah, his videos consist of like we was telling me about
Well, he does
one.
quick edits.
He does a lot of quick edits,
Yeah.
but it's like
Like my
150 clips.
montage. There's
Yeah,
a lot of clips in the montage.
that took a lot of time to do
Yeah.
that. Um,
It's just, you have to shoot a lot of stuff.
so our method is we streamline this like really a lot. You know what I mean? Not to say that we cut corners, but we cut corners. You know what I mean? Every chance we get, because we don't want to spend our lives, you know, mired down in producing videos.
Sarah says, plus production staff, boom mic, key grip, sound engineer, effects editor, second unit director, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. They all like paychecks.
It's why the
And they're
budget.
really unnecessary.
It's like I laugh because like you get like Motor Trend, right? So their budget per episode is like 30. I guess it varies, but the last number I got was $38,000. So every time they shoot an episode of Roadkill or Engine Masters or any of these other shows, the budget is $38,000 an episode. How do you square that? And we get more views than they do. But that's, and I'm not bragging on us because we're on the bottom of the food chain as far as the bigger channels goes. I'm not saying we're great. But the fact is, on average, we get more views than Motor Trend gets. We blow this stuff out in our house over here, and they have a $38,000 per
But they
episode
have
budget.
cameramen.
They got camera people, they got sound
editors,
people,
they
they got
sound people.
catering, they got to put all these people up in hotels and please, it's insane. $38,000 an episode is what their budget is.
So I think the original question was, do you make a lot of money on lives? And the answer was no.
No, we
Right,
don't make any money on lives. We make some money on Super Chat.
Yeah,
YouTube gets
which we appreciate.
they take 30%.
Yeah.
So if we do $100 in Super Chat, YouTube gets $30. Which I don't begrudge them. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do this without their platform. So it's thank you, YouTube.
Let's see, budget matters little when the content is questionable at best. This is true. People care more about the content than
We try
how
to do
nice the filming is.
we try to do sincere content. We try to do honest, useful content.
The only thing we really need to work on, like at first you didn't want to use the GoPro.
Took me a long time
It
to
took
get
you a
used to
long
that.
time. But it's good. It's good that you use the GoPro now. So we can do both.
It's more spontaneous,
Right, exactly.
and you don't get mad at me.
And I don't get mad at you. You can do it 100 times and nobody's going to be like, oh, he messed up again. But so the GoPro is good. The only thing is that you need to do something with your mics. You
I know.
got to do something
I
with
know,
your
and I got to do something with sound over at the office, at the studio.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Like I've got the mics. Now you just have to actually like hook them to the camera and wear them.
Yes.
Yes. Like
One
that's
step at a time.
Two.
One step at a time.
I know you don't like new things.
No, it takes me a while to get used to something new.
How long did that GoPro sit there? 7 months?
At least.
It was a long time.
At least.
I bought it and it just sat there. I was like, you want to try the GoPro? No. No.
That GoPro's made us like $250,000.
Well, because I got sick and I couldn't help you. And then you were like, okay, let me try the GoPro. Because we have regular real life happen too. That goes on as well. I like the off-the-cuff takes Tony does on pretty much everything. 72Z28 says. Happy wife, happy life.
We really, Kathy would definitely, I think she would agree with this. We go out of our way to normalize this as much as possible, right? So in other words, like, let me explain it to you. Like YouTube is just integrated into our lives, but we try not to focus on it, if that makes any sense, right? So it's just like the normal thing. It's like, you know, you have coffee, shoot a YouTube video, play frisbee with the dog, edit the YouTube video.
Right.
Let's go get something to eat.
Yeah.
And like, so in other words, like we try to make it as like routine. It's just you you know, does that make any sense?
To me, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it makes any sense to them.
It's hard to answer people when they're like, "Well, what do you do?" And I'm
Oh,
like,
please.
"Well, that's hard to explain. I do things, lots of different things. Sometimes I print T-shirts. Sometimes I package T-shirts. Sometimes I edit video. Sometimes I put the roller over Tony's T-shirt so he doesn't have dog hair before he goes on a live. I don't know. How do I explain what I do? I don't know. I edit video. Sometimes I film things.
You trim the hair on my face. You look like a caveman.
I trim the hair with your beard. Maybe you want to go somewhere. And
Yeah,
I'll
if
be
you're sitting
like,
on a
"Wait,
couch,
don't move."
I was sitting on the couch gearing up to go. You know, I'm making my mental inventory. Okay, I got the GoPro, I got the selfie stick, the battery's charged, I got to run it. And then she comes over with the razor blade. Wait, you look like a caveman. I gotta go. I gotta
Thanks,
go.
Cat.
Wait.
Thanks, Cat.
She's literally done that to me as I'm walking out the door.
Yeah, I have. Yep, I definitely have. When Uncle Tony shaved for a TV contract.
No.
Oh, Scarlet Fire. What kind of question is that? What do you think? GoPro batteries only last an hour. Is it how long?
Not even.
No.
No, maybe a half hour or 45 minutes. A good battery fully charged, half hour, 45 minutes.
Hey, hey! I can't read like this.
When we first started, hey, everybody, shut up. Come on, who wants? I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Who wants cookies? Come on. Want cookies?
There's milk bones.
I know. Come on.
Tony will be right back, everybody. It could have been Mothman Zero. It's really possible. How old is Tony? He just turned 62. Quote, alien spotted? I don't think so. Let's see, my GoPro battery life seems to vary depending on my frame rate. Mm-hmm.
So when we first started, I mean, literally first started doing YouTube, we thought about the TV thing because TV, and we had open doors to us, and we had thought about doing the TV thing, and that was like, okay, let's do YouTube, and then we'll look at, and that was like the golden days of it. And they were looking for people. They were looking for. It was a growing thing at the time. This is like 6 years ago. And I think Motor Trend had just taken over the Velocity channel. What was it before it was Velocity? Or after it was Velocity? Or whatever it was. It was just during that period of time. So it was like, it was something we had seriously thought about. And then once we got into this whole thing, we saw how like the mechanics of this, how this actually works. It was like, no, this is it. We don't want to do anything else.
Shable says Tony could have been a television star. No, you wouldn't.
No, I could have done whatever they're doing. I don't want to do that. They don't have the freedom that we have.
No, they have to do everything that they, and that's it.
Yeah, we have total freedom, and that's, to me, you can't put a price on it. There's no money for there's. That's besides the point. We'd literally be taking a pay cut to do television, which is something I don't understand why certain people do that. But that's besides the point.
Stick with the no overheads, Laurel Flynn says.
Say that again?
Stick with the no overheads.
We have overhead. We have a lot less.
now.
Yeah, we have a lot less now. Um, like I said, we moved into that. We went from the storage units because I already had those storage units, so it was no big deal. Let's just shoot videos out of that, right? And we moved into the last shop that we had 3 years ago in February, and I picked that one because I had ideas. I had a lot of ideas, and I wanted to have different groups of people working on different projects. And you saw how that worked out. And it didn't work out. It did not work out. And I had envisioned the office area being set up as studios, like to do podcasts and stuff like that. And we tried a little bit of that, and that didn't work either. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. So after 2 years of doing that, I says, okay, I'm just beating my dick against the wall here now. So that's when we decided to downsize the shop to just something I would work out of, and that's when we moved from there to the one that we're in now. And the one that we're in now is fantastic. It's awesome. It's just the right size. It's just the right everything. It's in just the right place. It's the landlord is a buddy of mine, John, and he just bought all the land behind us. So now we set up to do target practice and shit now there too, because it's in the county. It's not in the city. It's right outside the city limit, so we can shoot back there and everything. And so yeah, it's great. It's absolutely great. I could not ask for a better situation. Very fortunate.
AAR Valari Don Jr. says, how do you remove inland shifter handle out of mechanism on 70s 833 OD?
70s 833 OD didn't use an inland. Oh yes, it did use an inland shifter, but it didn't use the one with the reverse trigger. Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Quiet Driver says, then you had the helper debacle. That was a lesson in support staff easily sinking an operation.
What? Read that again now.
Quiet Driver says, then you had the helper debacle. That was a lesson in support staff easily sinking an operation. That is true.
So this is what I learned, right? Tonight's like candid YouTuber night, right?
Mm.
But we have a lot of people who are curious. They want to know, right? Okay, so what I've learned from my experience, there's a joke about the bus. It's like, yeah, another one goes onto the bus. Okay. What I've learned from doing YouTube over the last 6 years is that not everybody is cut out for this. And the people who want to do it the most are the ones that are least qualified to do it. Okay? Because there's an ego thing, right? And it's very common. So as soon as people get recognition, right? People start to recognize them. It kind of goes to their head, okay? And it's like, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain.
I think what happens is they have to start to prove themselves to be in that position, and then that's when they start really screwing up.
Yes.
They start to overcompensate.
Overcompensate, and they more or less
to mess up, and they start to make mistakes, and then they start to get nervous, and then they start to get like annoyed at you.
And then they turn on you.
Then they turn on you. And
Right.
That's your fault.
So this is
that's kind of like the
this is what I have
snowball
found.
effect.
This is what I have found.
It's kind
Okay.
of normal, actually.
Yes.
It happens all the time.
This is what I have found. They will turn on you. Now, this isn't everybody, right? And like I said, there are some people who really don't care. Like everybody who does this wants to be successful with it. Everybody who does this wants. Nobody goes into making YouTube videos to fail. Obviously, right? Everybody wants to have some level of success. But the ones who want it the most.
Success is not good for everybody.
Success is not good for everybody.
Success should come in small bursts so you
Yes.
get used to it.
Yes.
And not all in one big chunk.
Yes. Yes. So, like I said, what I have found, and this holds true now to over probably 20 individuals to this point. I could probably count them. I could name them and count them you guys have been around since the beginning. You know what we're talking about. Anybody who's gone, who you don't see anymore, turned against us. That's simple. They just turned against us. They start, yeah, let's do this. This is great. This is great. This is great. And then they start getting their ego up a little bit. And they're like, I got this. And then they're like, then they become like resentful, and they turn on you. They start yapping. They go on other people's lives and yap, and they feed the trolls, and they're all sorts of like these. Um, and yes, I'm talking about everybody who you know. Okay, it it's a bunch of microaggressions that get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until I'm like, there's the door. Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out. And then the general consensus at that point is another one goes under the bus, because you don't see the whole picture. We don't
No,
want to
not
make people
Andy
look
with
bad.
the GTX though. That's right.
No, Andy with the
Not
GTX
Andy.
is fucking
Not
great.
Andy.
We keep in
Yeah,
contact.
we talk to Andy
We would be
very
doing
often.
we would be doing a project with Andy right now, except logistically it just doesn't work, or it's not. It's
When we had the tornado, he texted to see if we were okay.
yes, yeah, no.
No, we talked to him.
We talk to
frequently.
Andy regularly. But you guys have seen all of the stuff that's gone on, and that's really what it comes down to. It's people's egos getting out of control.
There's no such thing as a microaggression. I guess just an aggression.
No, there's microaggressions.
Uh,
Trust me. Like for instance, somebody will make a. Okay, so all right. When I enter into an agreement with somebody to do anything on YouTube, I tell them up front, there's no money here. Okay, I'm not going to get into a money situation where I'm going to pay anybody. Now, why is that? Well, because none of this is guaranteed on my end, right? So we can make, and we have made really good money. It's consistent, it's steady, but there's no guarantees to it, and we could get demonetized in a heartbeat. Um, CPM could crash. You know, there's so many different things that happen that this is an inconsistent business. So I'm not going to make a financial commitment to somebody, because if I tell you, yeah, you know, I'll pay you $1,000 a week, and you do this and you do that, and suddenly I'm not able to do it, I'm not going to have somebody upend their lives based on my ability to pay them from an inconsistent source, which is YouTube. So I tell everybody up front, there's not going to be any money here, right? I'll supply parts, I'll supply shop, I'll supply tools, I'll supply cars, I'll supply all of the things that are necessary to make videos. You just need to supply yourself, and you have to have your own channel. That is very important. And if you go back and you look at all of the people we've dealt with, right, they've all had their own channel. I will not work with somebody who doesn't have a channel. And the reason for that is that the promotion through this channel to build their channel is the pay. You see what I'm saying? So you sign on with UTG, you're going to work with UTG on a project or whatever it happens to be. It's like, okay, I'm going to get you monetized, and I'll have you monetized in a month. And we do that, okay? We get them to the 1,000 subs, we get them to 4,000 hours of watch time, and now they're, and we'll give you content. You know, it's like, and I have done this number of people, right? Where it's like, we'll cover, so it'll be like this. We're working on a project, right? And we'll be like, all right, we'll cover this part here on my channel, and then you make a video covering your specific end of it. So I'll talk about the broad thing. So we're gonna do a hood scoop. Okay, here's the science of hood scoops. Here's why we chose this hood scoop. This is the benefits. These are the liabilities. I'll do that video, and now you do the installation of that hood scoop on your own channel, and you make the money and get the views from that. And this is how I've done all of this since the very beginning. It's the same deal with everybody, and they
give
all
people
get.
material a lot.
What's that?
You give people material a lot.
Yes, I give them tons of material.
But people are always like, oh, Tony's taking material from them. But
No, it's the
really,
exact
the
opposite.
You're giving them material.
It's the exact opposite. I give them material. Here, take this, right? Even when it's stuff like, if I feel that I've done a video in the past, even if I know it's going to be a good video, but I feel it's redundant to something I've already done, I'll give them the whole thing. It's like, here, you know what I mean? Just knock yourself
I
out.
always
Right?
give people ideas to work with.
So, but that is a universal deal that I have had with every single person that's come along. And what I find is
Winnie,
they get
yeah.
over 3,000 subs. They get over 3,000 subs, and they get their first check from YouTube, and it's a few $100, whatever it is, right?
Come here.
That's it.
Come here. Oh, it's my good girl. What a good girl.
They get their first check from YouTube,
So
and
good.
it's like a demon takes over, and then they're like no longer just like, yeah, Tone, let's do this. Now it's like, you know, I'm the shit. and then it all falls apart. And you get those microaggressions. And the microaggressions will be like somebody will make a comment, like a troll. We have lots of trolls. And they'll make a comment on one of their videos and they'll like heart the comment, or they'll, you know what I mean? Or they'll agree, right? My favorite was the whole thing, oh, Al built that car, right? Well, obviously, anybody who watched the channel knows that Al didn't build the freaking car. Al did detail work after the car was built, structurally built. So, but people will get in there and like, Al built that car, and then like, there won't be any like correction. You see what I'm saying? Like nobody will correct them. No, I didn't actually build the car. So it's stuff like that, microaggressions, and they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so that's why there's always the revolving wheel. There's always people coming and going. And there will be more, because even though I know what the eventual turnout is going to be, because we've done it so many times, I think it's worth it in the pursuit of somebody. Like maybe I'll come up with a Jamie, and Jamie is the perfect YouTube machine. He's fantastic. And I didn't even realize he came from the whole No Name Nationals thing. I was under the assumption that Jamie's been around for a while, and I just started catching his videos maybe a year ago or thereabouts. And I was like, man, this guy's really good. I enjoy watching his videos. He's fucking sharp for his age. I can't believe how much he knows for his age. And then he reminded me the other night that he actually came from that whole No Name Nationals, the No Name 500 crowd. So there's an example of somebody who went from nowhere, used that mechanism, to get himself some publicity, and actually he's got a good growing channel, and now he's doing YouTube full-time professionally. He's supporting his family with it. So there's a true success story. So I will continue to filter people through the UTG machine, hoping that a Jamie pops up.
Uncle Crystal actually built that car. I saw it. What happened to Buddy Man Ron, though? He didn't have a YouTube, did he? He was busy.
He was supposed to get his channel going. He was
busy.
going to do a paintless dent repair channel, right? And he never did that.
He had other things going on.
He had other things going on.
People just don't have enough time to do those things and enough motivation to do it. He was one of them.
Yeah. So the Body Man Ron was one of those situations. I like Ron. Ron's a good guy. I've known Ron for a long, long time, right? And we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of those situations where his eyes were bigger than his stomach. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I could do this. Boom, right? We'll do this. We'll do that. The other thing. And it turned into one of these things where he started to avoid it. And so once we missed that deadline for the we missed a deadline on the last year. Shh. We missed a deadline last year because we had a dog that was dying, and I wasn't going to leave her to go on power tour. It's just not going to happen. So once we missed that deadline, he lost interest in like hustling on the car, and then he would show up 2 weeks, then a month would go by and you didn't hear from him, didn't see him or anything like that. And so that's just what happened with that. It just dissipated. But he could have taken the car. I didn't have to go on power tour. He could have finished shooting the car, and he could have taken the car on power tour. You know what I mean? It's not like it wasn't derailed because I wasn't going to go. He just didn't want to pursue it. Winnie.
Joe says, I don't like unrealistic dreamers expecting outlandish things to happen when they really will not. That is a big problem. Like sometimes, like people think it's one thing, and it's actually a lot of work. It's actually a lot of work.
Well, they think it's all glory.
It's not whole glory. It's really actually pretty boring.
Yes, it's pretty
It's
boring.
pretty boring, and it's not glamorous, and it's a lot of work, and everything is dirty all the time.
When you
I think that's really what it is.
when you do this on a daily, like this is what you do. Okay? This is your job, right? It's
Right.
no different than going to show up at the shop and work on cars, where it's no different than going working the third shift at this plant. It's just a job. It's a fucking job, and people get involved in it, thinking that it's like this glamorous lifestyle. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be a social media star, right? No, it ain't like that at all. I mean, I guess you can make it like that, but people who make it like that don't last very long in this business.
Right. UTG is passionate. Can be.
At times.
Yeah. Stray Bullet says, I'm way too vain to not show myself. Let's see. Yeah, you should put some GoPro cams on your dogs. So you just listen to them bark all day?
Oh, please.
Winnie, stop. Oh, it's work, it's time. Sarah says, boss. Well, after they see the helicopter to FAO 1, the limos, the Mexican food buffet. Did we show the helicopter to
We
them?
never showed the helicopter. No. They might have heard the turbines firing off in the distance, but no.
Yeah.
It is not glamorous by any stretch of the imagination.
No. No. Just look at our cars. It's not. We don't have air conditioning again in the white Jeep.
Yeah,
We
I know, I
drove
gotta
all the
fix
way
that.
to the track with no AC. Seriously,
Winnie.
love you guys.
Shut.
I guess it's how you go about it. I mean, we go about it like it's just a part of regular life.
That's where we're successful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're relatively successful.
Relatively successful.
Yes. And you always have to have a sense of gratitude towards your viewers, right? You always have to understand that it's these people who are spending their time and clicking on your videos that allows you to do this sort of thing. So, okay, so the people who run off, okay, like okay, I was saying that people like their ego gets to them, okay, and they start running off, they lose sight of that fact, okay, they lose sight of the fact that the viewer is giving them their time, okay, and that they have to give something back valuable for that equity to happen. You know what I mean?
Right,
Time
you
is
think people just want to watch them.
yeah,
because they're
time is the
great.
most valuable fucking commodity there is. You don't get it back. Okay? So whether it's watching a video for 10 minutes or doing whatever it is, time is a commodity that you don't get back.
Winnie.
And if somebody
Here.
is giving you their time, you owe them because they're giving you their most valuable commodity. And you owe them the best thing that you can give them, right? Information, something. It could be entertainment, could be whatever, right? But the viewer is the boss, and you're working for the viewer. So it's like, what do we got? We got like 360,000 subs. That means that I have like 360,000 bosses. Winnie!
DeFeo, get over here. Right now. Come over here.
That means that's 360,000 people I have to make happy. I have to keep them happy. I have to keep them content, right? Because they're my bosses. And they can't fire me collectively, but they can fire me one by one. See? So, and you have to maintain that attitude. But what I found was when the people who come along and start getting the recognition, they lose sight of that. And they think that they're a star, right? It's like, people are going to spend their time watching me because they want to watch me. You know what I mean? And it's not like that. It's not like that.
Anthony Barber says, I would turn out like my friend Pete if I did YouTube.
I can relate to that guy. I really can.
Bring the ball, Winnie. Bring it over here. Get the ball. Go get it. All right. You're not
Winnie wants to
listening.
play ball.
Yeah. She's not bringing it to me.
No, she's going to wait till you get up and get it. Well, Come here, Winnie. Give me the ball. Don't look at me like that. Bring me the ball.
She's being weirdo. Oh, let's see. I have to make them happy with video revision, huh? No, Tony needs to make them happy with some sort of decent content that's valuable in some way.
Yeah, there has to be a value to it.
I couldn't do it. That's for sure. We're just minor shareholders in the UTG franchise. It's not a franchise.
Yeah.
We get up in the morning and the batteries are charged. That's it.
No, it's crazy. You know, it's freaking crazy. But that's the inside look at what we do, how we do it, why
But
we do
you're
it.
able to maintain a regular life. Like you're not on the road all the time, which is nice.
No, I did that.
Mm-hmm.
I did that when I was younger. It was in my 20s, my 30s, 40s.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, everything is pretty normal. Except just have a different kind of job.
I think I could say fairly.
You want me to throw the bone? Here, go get it.
If you like if you're in our orbit, let's say, you know, like just like neighbor, people work at gas station, whatever, okay, local friends. If you didn't know that we did YouTube, you would never know we do YouTube. Like we're just as absolutely regular as you could possibly be.
I think it's hard to explain what you do for a living.
It's hard. I hate
I
it.
hate it when somebody's like, well, what do you do? Oh, media. That's why I say media. Work in media. Or I edit, do editing. We just hope UTG don't resort to wearing a crack cleaner for viewers. What does that mean?
Wearing what?
I don't know what a crack cleaner is. No idea. The dog seems Big Brother spying on Tony. Tony, do people recognize you out and about? That'd be weird.
They do. It is weird.
That's why I'm over here.
And most people are really cool about it.
Joe K says, I'm a social media influencer. It's funny. You probably don't want to know. No, I probably don't, Josh. Just say I build the fastest Mopars around.
No.
You tell everybody your cars are slow.
They are. They are. They're built out of shit.
Oh, I think it means a thong. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. No. Where do you guys' minds go?
What is that?
It's the comments. I wonder where their minds go sometimes, and
No.
how they get there.
We make, as far as our cars go, we make absolutely no bones about it. These cars are built out of shit. Now, don't get me wrong, I can afford to build really nice stuff. It's no problem. I could do that. But that's not what this channel is.
That's not fun.
That's not fun, right? And it's not inspirational to see. Okay, so I watched I'll use an example because he's proud of throwing money around. Two guys, very proud of throwing money around. Whistle and Diesel, Cletus McFarland. Their brand is that they throw money around. They throw around a lot of that's what they do, okay? And our brand is that we try to inspire people at the grassroots level. You know what I mean? The bottom level. And so if we spend a lot of money on nice stuff, really nice stuff, then that's not our brand. Our brand is find this thing, beat it into some kind of shape, and work with it, play with it, have fun with it, right? That's what we do. So no, I make no bones about it. Our cars are built out of the worst shit, and they hit and miss most of the time. When they need them to do something, they will do it. That capability is always there. But for the most part, no, we just drift along and we have fun with these things. The same way we want our viewers to have fun with their cars. Just like Mission Improbable is the perfect example, right? Like that car right there, that Jeep, is something anybody can go to Marketplace and pick up a $700, $800 SUV, cheap SUV, and start turning it, whittling away, and get ETs going. We have a $3,000 hard budget on it, and that's so that the people who are following us may be inspired to say, I could do that with a Ranger, or I could do that with a whatever, okay, an Aerostar or an Astrovan or whatever it happens to be. Look, this is what we're working with. We got a $3,000 cap on this, and we're going to keep it there, and we're going to go as fast as we can, using as much creativity as we can come up with, because that's where the fun is.
Philip Reed sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
Uh, window motor, window motor now works, but it's not happy. One of the magnets came off, but that sounds like a tomorrow problem.
One of the magnets on the inside of the case, uh, glue it. Oh, you can epoxy it. JB weld it. I've done that. It works.
I build the slowest Mopars around.
They're not the slowest, but they're definitely not the fastest. I don't want the fastest.
My cars are built out of shit, man. I love it. You made me this way.
I love that you get the people in there. Cars are shit. Well,
Junk. It's junk.
well, duh.
Duh.
If you had followed along from the very beginning of each project, Bottle Rocket was a $300 save from the scrapyard. It was literally on its way to the scrapyard. It was a load. It's a functional car. It served us well. It paid for itself in one run. Slaghammer started out as literally parts cars. I mean, that we just slammed together to go off roading with, and then said, no, that looks like a gasser. That's cool. We're gonna go to Street Freak. We're gonna go that direction with it. But again, it was shit. It was all shit that was just laying around.
She's barking at a bug.
Yeah. So, yes, our cars are shit because we started with shit, and I have fun with them. They're great freaking cars. People want to talk about Bottle Rocket. How many cars do you own that paid for themselves? That don't owe you a penny. Everything you invested into the car came back to you.
It was this Tony. When you retire, would you sell / trade the channel? I have a mint little sit time rocking / boomer chair and a lazy boy for trade.
What does he want?
I'm saying, when you retire, would you sell / trade the channel? I have a mint little sit time rocking / boomer chair and a lazy boy for trade.
Yeah. When I retire, I don't know when I'm going to retire. I'm having fun. I honestly am having
You're
fun.
never gonna retire.
Well, I mean, retire from YouTube
Oh.
and go on
retire
and do
from
the next
YouTube.
thing. Because I don't. If I
You're
knew
always
that,
gonna work.
yeah, I'll work till the day
we
I'm dead.
both work.
Um, I love work. I'm a workaholic. Which is another thing. If you're going to do this, you have to be a workaholic. No. When we retire, it's done. Everything that we've parts, cars, everything. Keep a couple of motorcycles for myself. All that stuff's gonna get sold off, and I want to do something with dogs.
You're gonna do something with dogs.
I want to do something
what
with
are you
dogs.
gonna do?
I don't know. I want to do something with dogs.
You can't make any money with dogs.
I don't want to make money.
I know,
with
but
dogs.
you have to have money to survive. You need an
have
income.
We'll
of
have
some
plenty of
sort
money to survive. I ain't
sometimes.
worried about that.
Tony's gonna become a gentleman farmer.
Nah, not much chance of that happening.
Boomers never retire. I'm not retiring.
No. Retirement is death. You
Mhm.
your
You have to
work,
keep
what
working.
you produce is who you are.
Chris J. Ellis says, I'm going to sail away. Let's see. Everyone I know that retires ends up gone in a few months or years. It's pretty sad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Work is what keeps you young.
Yeah, so retire. It's terrible.
I'm 62, right? I look at guys my age. I look at guys that are 10 years younger than me, and I'm like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I know I don't look like that because I see myself on the freaking TV all the time, and I don't look like that.
You retire, you expire, Hemi Head says.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Dog's okay. Yeah. I don't know. What do you want to do dog wise, Tony?
Like, I want, so there's that guy, the dog father, which
Mm.
we did a fundraiser for him like 5 years ago,
Yeah.
4 years
And
ago. Um,
mm,
so there's the guy's name is James Giuliani.
yeah, I'm not doing what he does.
Well, you don't have to do
That's not
exactly what he
happening.
does, right?
That's not happening. I'm no.
Why?
No, because no, absolutely not. No.
He does a lot of good work.
You can do a lot of good work, but honestly, you don't want that kind of thing. It's a lot. It's a crazy amount of work. Like
Well, okay,
crazy,
what he
crazy
does.
amount of work. And you
So
need a lot of people to help you. Like you can't run a nonprofit like that. It's like a nightmare.
yeah, it
It's
no
a
okay,
nightmare.
no, I don't have it in me to do it to the level that he's done it. Okay, um, so
There are people that are really good at that. I'm not one of them.
the guy that I'm talking about is James Giuliani, and
Hmm.
is known as the Dog Father. So if you Google dog or go search YouTube the Dog Father, right? You'll see his background and everything, and how he ended up where he is today. And but I do like the fact that he's dedicated his life to helping animals. Maybe he's gone a little over the top, right?
But you can just donate to places like that, and you probably do more good than if you had a nonprofit.
You know,
There are people that are very good at that. It's a nightmare to do that.
the bottom line is that
It's very hard.
when I'm finished with YouTube and cars, I want to do dogs. I want to be involved in dogs.
What do you want to do with dogs?
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
If I knew, we'd be laying out the groundwork for it right now.
Okay. Let's see. Reese Billigora says my channel is solely because I like editing videos and I love cars. Laugh out loud. Mm. You love cars, don't you, Tony?
They're okay.
Okay, he says. He likes cars. You would never have learned what you learned if you don't like cars.
No,
You still get excited about stuff.
I do. I get excited about stuff,
Hmm.
but then they're not my primary focus.
What's your primary focus?
Um, Climbing down rabbit holes.
Oh, okay, yeah, he likes weird
I
stuff.
like going down rabbit holes. That's
You
what
can't make a living like that.
that's what my interest is. No, I can't make a living like that.
No.
I could make a living like that.
Some people do, though, yeah.
Some people
But
do, and I could probably do it. But
no,
yeah,
that's not your forte.
my business is doing cars. My
Mhm.
hobby is climbing down rabbit holes.
Yeah, it's not your forte. It's just something that you
Right.
enjoy doing. You drive me crazy.
Because you know I'm right.
No, you're crazy. Let's see. Fudgy the Whale says a combination of dogs and Mopars would be an M body with a 223 gear set. Oh, you going down the rabbit hole tonight? No.
I go down a rabbit hole every night.
Not on lives, you don't.
No, but I haven't seen John Levy's latest upload today yet.
What is she doing over there? She's jumping. Oh, there she goes.
Every did you see that?
No, I missed it.
Oh please, that was a big one.
Is it big?
Yeah,
She's jumping. She's like
yeah. Every
jumps.
I I finish every Saturday night. I finish with my lunch break,
Mm.
and every Sunday night I finish with John Levy.
Well, good for you. I don't.
Two great channels.
Tony will build agility gear for dogs after this. No, he won't build anything. I actually had to buy a jump because Tony was like, "It's gonna take me all day to build this."
Yeah, I
We'll
just don't
buy
have the
one.
time.
Yeah, I bought a jump.
Well, she's just ripping.
Oh man, Winnie, don't hurt yourself.
Look at her go.
I know. If she does that in agility, she'll be good. She's running around the yard.
She's running and jumping and leaping.
Oh gosh. It's dark over there. Can you see anything? She goes. No, you can't see, it's too dark. All right. So we're 2 hours in, Tony. We're
Are
over
we
2
really?
hours. Yep. Yep.
Well, take a couple more and we'll call it a night.
Your social blade page says you have 88,521,538 views.
Yeah, Social Blade is wrong. Well, I don't mean necessarily in that. Um,
Uncle Tony's curtains and drapes. Is that the next endeavor?
the the number, some of the numbers on Social Blade, I don't have a clue. The live subscriber number is always right. Um, but like this, some of the statistics that they come up with, I have no idea because they're not even close to accurate.
Couple more hours? Hell yes. You're gonna stay on for a couple more hours? Did you say that?
No. I said take a couple more and we'll
Oh,
call
a
it a
couple
night.
more questions, not a
Yes.
couple more hours. Let's see. I was wondering if Tony had some knowledge to share about blow-through carburetor, and if so, if he will ever make a video about it.
What kind of carburetor?
Blow-through carburetor?
I've done. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Yes, we can do that. That's actually not a bad idea. Sending a carburetor yeah, we could do that.
We can do that?
Yes.
Let's see. How many years has UTG been on YouTube now?
6.
God.
6. We dropped our first videos in the summer of 2018.
Yep. Tony, can we get more awkward stares into the lens after you finish content, like in your early video? I'll see you tomorrow. You just stare instead of walking away.
We could do that. Oh, I was so awkward. It took me so long to get comfortable doing
You're
this.
still not comfortable.
I'm still not comfortable.
So funny. It's not funny. It's not funny because I actually tried to make a video once and I can't do it. Like I go blank. Like I can't say anything. I just like, okay, I know I'm supposed to say something, but
Welcome to my world.
I can't do it. Like I can sit here, I can read the comments, I can talk to you because I know you. But yeah, it's really, really hard. Uncle, I bet if you sell a sexy calendar as merch, you will sell out.
That's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of.
Who's the racer that laid on like the bearskin rug?
Will Jenkins.
Jenkins, right?
Yeah, he did a center spread in Carcraft magazine where he was laying on a bearskin road.
Yeah.
In his,
With his underwear.
Underwear and a crash helmet.
Let's see.
I had that hanging up on the wall in my room when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's scary. Did your mom see that? I don't know what I would think.
Everybody saw it.
Everybody saw it.
Yeah.
You had that hanging up in your room?
Yes.
That's kind of weird, Tony.
When have I ever been like regular?
Yeah, Bill Jenkins, laying on a bearskin rug. Let's see. Good day, UT from Australia. This is Orange Avocado. Love your content and love Mopar has been following you since the 5-liter days.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
that's awesome.
That's a long time, man. That's a long time.
Yeah. Oh, and you gave Jamie that magazine. Did you find out if you have a second copy?
I don't care.
He doesn't care.
I don't care.
The truth comes out. Unsubscribed, Chris Freemasser says. Okay. The first video I saw was the Edelbrock carb. Hooked ever since, Tula Toilet says. Oh, we know. You've been there from the
Yeah, that's
early
right.
days.
You've been here for, yeah.
Yep. I used to roll a cigarette while driving my old '68 Cougar, Danny Boyd says. Wayne Ferguson says, I came here late. Did Tony find the bug with Slaghammer?
Yes, it was a repeat of an earlier bug that I had, and I explained this before. I'll do it again. The car had no stumbles, didn't have any stumbles, and I took Jamie for a ride before I was going to pull it up on a trailer, and I said, well, before I put it on a trailer, let me just make sure it's all okay. So I put Jamie in the car, and we ran around, just down the road a little bit, and as soon as I hit it, it went pop, 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 like that, right? Only in first gear. Ah, jeez. All right, but I'm not going to start digging into this thing now because we have to get to the track. So pull the car up on the trailer, and I pulled the plugs. I pulled the plugs to take a look at them. They were all perfect. I put them back in, and Jamie put them back in. Jamie put them, yeah. We put them back on the car, got to the track, and it did the same thing on the track. First gear, when I started to do the burnout, in first gear, it pop, 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 and as soon as I got into second gear, it cleaned up, and that was fine. And then on the run, I launched, it went pop, 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 and then cleaned up and went. There's ignition issue. I could hear it. It's an ignition issue, and I had that exact problem with that exact car last year, and the end of the coil wire was burned. The coil wire hadn't been plugged all the way into the coil, and so it burned away a good portion of that wire, the end of the wire. So I clipped it to fresh wire, to good wire, and plugged that back in. Well, what I found is that about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch past the point that I had trimmed it, there was another burn in there, and it was so it was a repeat of the same problem that I had previously with it. It's fixed now. It's good.
Wait, you done for the night, Tony?
Oh, we're done for the night.
Yeah, we're over 2
Yes.
hours. Yeah, the dog is tired.
Yes.
We have to put her to sleep. No, I mean put her to bed.
Yeah,
It's
bad
bedtime,
choice
not
of
put her to
words.
sleep.
Bad
Yeah, I
choice
didn't
of
mean
words.
that. We have to bring her in and tell her it's bedtime. That's what I meant.
All right. So, what's coming up this week?
I don't know. What is
Wednesday night Tech Talk Live, Dr. Art. I gotta set up. I'm gonna set up a little live with Jeff Stunkard sometime this month, Brian Loans sometime this month, and we're going to try to get Steve Magnanti in there sometime this month. All together. We're going to try to do everybody get together on there. So, but I don't have a date for that yet. I gotta powwow with those guys and figure out when they can do it. But Wednesday night we'll be live with Dr. Art. Oh God, what else is there? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what else we got planned for this week. But our mods, our awesome mods, Zero, the man, the myth, the legend, Mexican Spec, Fubar, Ari. I don't know if Fubar or Ari are around tonight, but they're always with
I
us
don't
in one
think
way or
so.
another.
If you need merch, UncleTony'sGarage.com.
Yes, UncleTony'sGarage.com for whatever you care to buy.
We appreciate it very
Yes,
much.
always appreciate it. Thank you. Everybody contributed with Super Chat. Thank you so much. Never expected, but always appreciated. And everybody contributed with just your presence and your conversation and you letting us do this.
And thanks for watching the junk.
Thanks for watching our junk. And I guess that's it. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
make it stop now, because I'm done. I'm not going to say another word. I'm just going to stare at it.
Okay. Oh, Fubar's here. Thank you, Fubar.
Thank you, Fubar.
Have a great night, everybody.
I'm just going to stare.
All right. Good night.